Hey successful students, I'm Daniela the Brand and I'm here with 360 Athletics, and today we're talking about discipline. You see, I'm an immigrant. I'm from Cameroon. It's a country in West Africa, and I moved here when I was about 7 years old. And my parents didn't have money, so I had to work all throughout middle school and high school, doing different jobs here and there. But I also love sports. I love being part of the community. I love being part of, school and extracurricular activities. So I had to be very disciplined with my time. See, I had to get a good job, go to college and do all those things. So I had to make sure to study and get good grades. And you may be in the same position. Maybe you have a lot going on. Maybe you're part of a sport and you have to make sure that you're giving the proper time to that sport to be successful. I'm here to tell you it's very possible, but you have to decide in your mind that this is what you want. The thing is, a lot of people want things, but they're not willing to do the work to get there. The work is discipline. You have to make up your mind to become who you are. So what did I do? I had a routine. I had to make sure that I was up on time to go to school, but then also do my schoolwork after work before I have to practice, and then I would head to work. It sounds hard, it sounds crazy, but it's worth it. When you have a plan and you have a goal, you've got to be willing to be disciplined to get there. A lot of people in the world that are very successful, they have a routine. They have a thing that they do to get them going. They have a reason why they do it. But what makes them actually get there, what makes them successful is discipline. Discipline is something that you're going to learn as you keep growing, and you might fall sometimes. I sure did. I sure messed up sometimes. Maybe I didn't get up on time. Maybe I missed work sometimes. That's okay. You gotta be willing to pick yourself up again because you are going to get there. You have to decide in your mind that this is my goal. I want to be the fastest runner on the track team. Okay, what does that mean? I gotta get to practice on time. I gotta make sure that I'm warmed up before I run. I gotta make sure that I put my best into every single practice if I'm gonna be the best track runner. I also wanted to be the best track runner. I ran track and I actually ran the 400. That was a very hard thing for me because the 400, you gotta basically sprint the whole time, right? But I had to decide that I was going to be part of the best 400 runners. So guess what? I showed up and practiced on time every time. I made sure to get my stretches in, and I was in it for the win. I was giving my best in practice every single day to make sure that I was the best. And I did. I was able to be one of the top 400 runners in my track team, but that only came because I had to decide to do that, and then I had to decide to keep going every single day, even when I didn't feel like it. Like I said, you may have some down days. You may have days where you don't feel like it. You may not even feel like you're ready for it or that you're enough. But I'm here to tell you that you are enough. And if you keep to it, if you keep pushing, if you keep being disciplined, you're gonna get to your goal. Now the question is, what does the discipline of a champion look like? Well, here, let me tell you. The first thing is a decision, up here. Your mind decides everything that you do. Your body will do exactly what you tell it to do if you just decide. So you gotta decide to set an alarm to get up on time. You gotta decide to be a good student at school so you can get good grades. You have to decide to do your homework. Decide to be a good team player. Decide to not make everything about yourself, but about the team, so everybody can succeed together. You gotta decide to show up to practice on time. Decide to stretch. Decide to run. Decide to do whatever your coach says. Be a good student. That is how you become a leader. It comes from a decision and practical steps that you do along the way when you don't feel like it. What do I mean by that? You can set an alarm to tell yourself to be excited today. Set an alarm to tell yourself to be positive. Set an alarm to tell yourself to get up in the morning. You can have little sticky notes all over your mirror to tell yourself, to remind yourself of what your goal is so you can stay on track and be disciplined. For me, I do the same thing. I set alarms all the time to make sure that I'm on time to things. I make sure to show up before I'm told to show up, so that way I'm leading the way and becoming the person that I want to be. So how are you going to do that? You got to decide how you're going to be a leader today, and I promise you, you can do it too. This year, we're going to break it out and lead the way. So here we go. Lead the way on 3. 1, 2, 3, lead the way.